Have you ever dreamed of becoming successful? Have you ever imagined a better life filled with wealth, respect, and happiness? But when the moment comes to take action, you tell yourself, "I'll start tomorrow." Days pass, opportunities disappear, and your dreams remain only dreams. If this sounds familiar, then this story might change your life forever. Surrounded by green fields and tall trees lived a young man named Amir. He was only 25 years old, strong, healthy, and full of energy. His mind was filled with big dreams and ambitious goals. Every day he imagined a future where he would become the most successful farmer in the village. To everyone around him, Amir looked like someone destined for greatness. Amir loved talking about the future. He often gathered his friends and described the successful life he would one day achieve. He dreamed of endless golden fields, overflowing harvests, and great wealth. He wanted people to respect him and seek his advice. His dreams were huge, but they existed only inside his imagination. Although Amir had big dreams, he had one dangerous weakness. He was extremely lazy. Every morning, while hard-working farmers woke before sunrise, Amir remained asleep in his bed. While others worked to build their future, Amir only talked about his future. His actions never matched his ambitions. When the villagers worked under the hot sun, Amir sat comfortably in the shade. Whenever someone asked him about his plans, he always gave the same answer. "Don't worry. I'll start tomorrow." Tomorrow became his favorite word and his biggest enemy. Without realizing it, he was slowly wasting the most valuable years of his life. One evening, as the sun slowly disappeared behind the hills, Amir's uncle came to visit him. His uncle was one of the oldest and wisest farmers in the village. He had spent his entire life working hard and understanding the secrets of success. As he looked across Amir's land, he noticed something troubling. The soil was rich and fertile, yet the field stood completely empty. The old man turned toward Amir and asked a simple question. "My son, why is your field still empty? You speak of golden crops and a successful future, yet I see only dry soil and missed opportunities." Amir laughed confidently and brushed aside the concern. "Don't worry, uncle. I'll start tomorrow. Just wait and see." The uncle had heard the word "tomorrow" far too many times. He knew that advice alone would not change Amir's behavior. So instead of arguing, he decided to teach him a lesson he would never forget. Slowly, he reached into his pocket and pulled out 2 small bags. Inside them were 2 mysterious seeds unlike any Amir had ever seen. The uncle opened the first bag and revealed a shining golden seed. "This," he said, "is the seed of ambition. If you plant it and care for it every day, it will grow into a powerful tree. Its branches will provide shade, its fruits will bring wealth, and its strength will inspire others. But it can only survive through effort, discipline, and daily action." Then the uncle opened the second bag and revealed a dark and frightening seed. "This is the seed of laziness," he warned. "Unlike the first seed, this one requires no effort to grow. It spreads quickly, covering everything with weeds and destroying all good things around it. If left unchecked, it can ruin an entire field, and an entire life." As Amir looked at both seeds resting in his hands, he felt confident about his choice. Of course he wanted success, wealth, and respect. He promised himself he would plant the seed of ambition immediately. But when morning arrived, an old habit returned once again. And that habit would change everything. Days passed, and Amir continued delaying his plans. The seed of ambition remained untouched while excuses filled his mind. Finally, out of boredom, he planted both seeds in the field. He convinced himself that he could take care of them later. Little did he know that small choices often create life-changing consequences. Weeks turned into months, but Amir still refused to change. Instead of working, he spent his days sleeping, gossiping, and imagining success. Every evening he dreamed of a better future, yet he did nothing to build it. The seed of ambition waited patiently for care and attention. Meanwhile, something dangerous was quietly growing beneath the soil. One day, Amir finally decided to visit his field. The moment he arrived, his heart nearly stopped. Thick weeds had spread across the entire land, covering everything in sight. The seed of laziness had grown strong and powerful without any effort at all. What should have been a field of opportunity now looked like a field of destruction. As Amir searched through the weeds, he found the seed of ambition. It had grown into only a tiny, weak plant struggling to survive. Without water, care, and consistent effort, it was slowly dying. At that moment, Amir realized that his dream was disappearing before his eyes. For the first time, he understood the true cost of procrastination. At that moment, Amir's uncle walked slowly into the field and looked around. He saw the thick weeds spreading everywhere and the tiny ambition plant struggling to survive. Then he turned to Amir and said, "My son, this field is a reflection of your life. Ambition is like this small plant. It needs effort, discipline, and daily action to grow. But laziness grows on its own, and if you ignore it, it will eventually destroy everything you hope to become." The word struck Amir like a bolt of lightning. For the first time, he saw the truth that had been hiding in front of him all along. His dreams were not failing because they were impossible. They were failing because he was refusing to do the work they required. As tears filled his eyes, Amir realized that laziness had been stealing his future day by day. That night, Amir could not sleep. He thought about every opportunity he had wasted and every promise he had broken. He remembered all the tomorrows that never came. Looking at the stars, he made a decision that would change his life forever. "No more excuses," he whispered. "Starting tomorrow is over. I begin today." Before the sun rose the next morning, Amir was already in the field. With his bare hands, he began pulling out the weeds one by one. The work was painful, exhausting, and slower than he expected. His hands bled, his back ached, and sweat covered his face. But for the first time in his life, he refused to quit when things became difficult. Day after day, Amir continued working and caring for the seed of ambition. Slowly, the tiny plant became stronger, then larger, and eventually grew into a magnificent tree. Its branches provided shade, its fruits brought prosperity, and its presence became a symbol of perseverance. Years later, Amir became one of the most respected farmers in the village, not because he dreamed big, but because he acted consistently. And the lesson remains true for all of us. The future belongs to the seed we choose to nurture every single day. Dear listener, every person carries two seeds within them. One seed is ambition, and the other is laziness. The seed of ambition grows only when watered with effort, discipline, and action. The seed of laziness grows automatically and slowly destroys your dreams. So don't wait for tomorrow, start today, because the future you want is waiting for the actions you take right now.